the most accurate prediction for 2024 for all signs of the zodiac. Very soon inhabitants of the planet will celebrate the new year 2024. According to the forecasts of many fortune tellers, this time it will be a period of difficult trials and conflicts for people. The year 2024 will be difficult for all the signs of the zodiac. The great prophet Edgar C. also believed, according to the prognosis of the expert, the pendulum of change will swing for all humanity, both in the direction of favorable changes and in the direction of problems and failures from 2023 to 2020. Jupiter passes from the sign of Pisces to Aries, which means a change of cycles at this time. A series of karmic transformations will be completed. The old will remain for always in the past, giving way to new events in 2024. There will be dramatic changes in the world, and the 12 signs will need resilience and courage more than ever. Astrologers recommend letting yourself guided by noble, non-selfish thoughts. It is likely that next year conflicts politicians Stalin with renewed vigor throughout the planet. The beginning of revolutions, changes of laws, and even a change of world leader. But at the same time, 2024 is an age of miracles, unusual events, great discoveries, and amazing opportunities for all humanity. We ourselves have already experienced some of this eclectic set, but the horoscope says this is just the beginning. What awaits? It's US in 2024. See below just to get started. Like and subscribe to my channel. And we start horoscope for 2024 Aries. In the life of Aries, the time has finally come. Relax and experience all the pleasures of life. Behind you are the 2 difficult years previous, ones that took place under the motto, every life is a struggle. It's time to reap the fruits of your hard work. To achieve something you will have to try hard. And be careful, however, it is no longer the same lion fight that had to be fought before. Rather, this can be called the last push before the goal, and this progress must be achieved in the first half of the year. But in summer, the true stage of life of Aries will begin. This is the time when you can dedicate yourself completely to personal improvement, get to know yourself, and participate in the realization spiritually. This is much more pleasant than striving for material well-being and achieving heights. Professionals, after all, this is exactly what the previous years of the Aries life health horoscope RB and other colds are not afraid of. Aries, you must have fear for your emotional component, especially in the first half of the year. The fact is that the level energy is not yet high enough to protect them from stress and experiences strong. In an effort to show their whole self, Aries runs the risk of finding a feeling of total helplessness that can lead to deep depression. To protect oneself from random illnesses and migraines, the stars recommend delaying the implementation of their proud plans until autumn. The advice for those who are especially impressionable is strengthen your nervous system with medications and special herbal infusions. The second thing, in middle of the year, will require Aries to undertake preventive procedures. In addition to second week of September, there is a risk of suffering a traffic accident, so both vehicle owners and pedestrians must be attentive and careful not to. It will be superfluous to constantly monitor the quality of the purchased products. It is possible that Aries find intestinal diseases that will not be cured soon. Aries man horoscope 2024 aims to be a successful year for Aries men in many areas of activity. The representatives of this sign definitely grab us. You should not think that success awaits you in everything. The stars warn that energy must be directed in one direction, and better if it is the business environment and the development of one's own business in terms of matters of the heart. Aries men run the risk of becoming a bone of contention for the representatives of the beautiful half of humanity and of breaking more than one heart in the future. Casanova's reputation may become against him and will have to fully answer for his previous actions. The stars warn in the second half of autumn, many Aries will decrease a little. This does not mean that they will lose their power and energy, simply the time will come to take a new look at the world Leave the material and think about the spiritual. The stars strongly recommend spending the summer vacation. Traveling. It is better for married people to go to the east, where they will surely happiness awaits them. Singles should give themselves to chance and sound. Get on the first train or plane in search of a miracle. Who knows, maybe this particular trip will give them a new known that will change your whole life. Horoscope of the Aries woman, like in the movies. So, this is how the life of Aries women can be characterized. A stormy personal life. It will affect not only single women, but also married women. However, the stars, they ask the latter to be careful. The beautiful ladies do not need divorces and separations. Unexpected. This is always plagued by loneliness that will not be so easy to interrupt. A state high romantic mood will help. Aries women establish a strong business activity. People expect great professional growth and success in public life also awaits them. Since women are not expected to have financial problems, the stars recommend never again deprive yourself of the pleasure of visiting a beauty salon. A new hair color or haircut. An unexpected detail in the image will only add charm to women. The most suitable for building a family nest is summer as well as December 2 and 3 at the same time. The stars recommend Aries to sign profitable business deals. May and November. These are the months in which the representatives of this sign must be careful and refrain from unforeseen expenses, and also be careful with the theft, because what is lost is not. Horoscope will return for 2024. Taurus. It's finally time to calm down and enjoy life, but Taurus will not be able to completely fall into a blissful calm due to the whirlwind of events that fill the year of the dragon. With the stars, of course, do not guarantee that everything will go as planned. But a little patience and perseverance, and everything will go uphill. Whisper the body's celestial stars. Perhaps someone will quickly get tired of the frequent change of actions, but it must be remembered that new events will only bring joyful emotions and will push the representatives of this sign even further development. Once they get down to business, Taurus will be surprised by the willpower that appears out of nowhere and will easily achieve what someone projected. Will decide to obtain additional education and skills, and someone will take a sharp turn and engage in creativity by discovering previously hidden talents and opportunities for himself and those around him. Health horoscope. If before Taurus did not care about his well-being this year, you should at least undergo a medical examination to prevent it. It is likely that chronic diseases are discovered, or that some ailment that had not previously manifested itself runs the risk of acquiring a more complex form. It is better not to let the situation get worse and improve your health now. Then it may be too late. Special attention should be paid to legs. It is possible to receive injuries and bruises. Those who have already worried about this issue, they should start solving the problem right now. In addition to the treatment, definitely you should go to resort and do wellness treatments. Taurus athletes should not unnecessarily overloading your limbs. This can end badly. If pain occurs, don't ignore it. You better consult a doctor immediately. The problem may be much more complex than what the horoscope of a Taurus man believes. The strong point of men this year is the environment. Taurus is recommended to work hard for his financial well-being without trying to change occupations. Is unlikely to be successful in another area. Besides, the representatives of this sign will have to solve a difficult task to get rid of human parasites who are accustomed to feeding at their expense. A little cunning and a favorable attitude by part of the stars and the problem will be resolved. Then Taurus will understand that he is in an advantageous position. Many will become leaders, others will strengthen their business status. The horoscope recommends taking a close look at creating a strong team of like-minded people. Horoscope of a Taurus woman. Women are also expected to win in the business field. Having discovered new opportunities in themselves, they will pay close attention to their career. The stars will support them and encourage them to undertake new projects that the ladies may refuse to implement. Taurus will go on a series of business trips he will not be bored. Without this will undoubtedly impress business partners, whose circle will grow ever larger. In terms of married women, also have a wave of pleasant impressions and well-being in life. Family will encourage the desire to have a baby. The stars advise planning your birth for the year 20 to 24 to have time to make the most of the year of the dragon. For single women, they can say goodbye to their single life by having affairs. They won't even realize how they are. They will meet their fiancé. Horoscope for 2024. Gemini has to take an important step towards your bright future prosperity. Will be assured by the right task. However, not it is wise to make decisions without thinking about all the details and remove all obstacles. A mistake can cost more than a lost year. The stars will be yours in all your endeavors. Year of the dragon is full of joyful impressions, and successful endeavors can fully rely on your intuition. For shy or doubtful people, an inner voice will tell them the decision's correct. This can happen anywhere and in any way, in a dream, in transportation, public, or at friendly gatherings. Gemini can see a sign of destiny, even just by listening to the radio. The main thing is not to miss it. Listen to the instructions. Having grasped the idea, you have to act immediately so that the enthusiasm does not fade. Of course, this is not typical for Gemini, but you will have to try. The stars will be placed in such a way that it will not be possible to avoid work. When the time comes to summarize the results, they will realize that not in vain they dedicated so much effort and energy to their work. Health horoscope. Gemini will not have then complaining about your health. The dragon will add to your excellent well-being positive energy that all those around you will be able to feel. The representatives of this sign will be active and happy. Spend more time outdoors, and don't forget about outdoor activities. It is better to spend your vacation by the seawater. Procedures are more important than ever, especially for those who have recently been seriously ill. A stay in a sanatorium resort will only be beneficial, and you should not joke with your health. If your body sends alarming signals, it is better to consult to a Gemini man horoscope doctor. Gemini men won't have to relax this year, will always feel responsible for something. Many will face a choice to leave and form a new family, or leaving everything in its place. Someone will be tormented by a similar question in the business field. We must start a new business or continue with what we started before. In the latter case, the determining factor will be the material aspect. If they make the wrong step, they run the risk of losing everything. Listen to the stars, and they will advise you to abandon adventures at fresh air and stay in a quiet family retreat. Most likely after you leave, have to return, but with a fairly tarnished reputation. In terms of managing a business, it is better not to yawn. There will be many key profitable offers, and it is better not to miss any horoscope. Gemini woman. Year of the dragon. Ladies, promises experiences in love affairs. Of course, the joy is also present, but frustration will take over. The fact is that Gemini will feel attracted to men who already have a family or a chosen one to protect themselves from worries. Unnecessary. Stars advise women during this unfavorable period to close their heart, buy a gym membership, and dedicate more energy to service. Be careful. Failures in the personal sphere can cause negligence at work. What should not be allowed is the business sphere. In the lives of the beautiful ladies, that promises to be interesting and exciting. Horoscope for Cancer 2024. The inner world of Cancer faces a great restructuring. This modernization of the soul will leave its mark in all areas of life. Cancer will lose confidence in themselves. They will feel detached from this world, and they will lose contact with themselves. Fortunately, this process is reversible as soon as new beliefs and points of view about life are established. Self-control will return to Cancer. To do not be discouraged. The stars advise not to ignore new acquaintances. Fortune will put you in contact with the most interesting people who will later become true friends, who will be able to influence the growth and development of Cancers. As individuals will be faced with the need to get rid of a heavy burden that has been hanging on the body for a long time. Neck and guiding your life. It is better to get rid of that company in time, no matter how close it may be. It seems you will have to act decisively, perhaps even in the face of a horoscope scandal. Health. A difficult business environment can affect the health of Cancer's forces, and wasted energies must be replaced with a long-awaited vacation at sea. The best thing is doing this in the first half of the year, when stress at work peaks. Will not deprive yourself of the pleasure of planting in your garden beds. If it is possible, now it is necessary. Replace mental work with physical work. Plants will help recover energy, harshness, and aggression faced by Cancer can have a negative impact on the liver. This organ always suffers in negative situations. Horoscope. For Cancer men, the dragon will bring many challenges for men of this zodiac sign. This does not mean that they are obstacles, but rather steps on the path of personal growth that must be overcome after going through a series of difficult tests of destiny. Cancers will understand that they are braver now and stronger. You must be careful when making monetary transactions. Do not expect sincerity of those people who promise a lot. It is very possible that you will be deceived by the tense atmosphere. It will continue until your birthday. Then life will become calmer, besides resolving its problems. Own problems. Men will have to help their relatives solve their small problems. Even if it is a little onerous, you should not refuse. It will not require much time and effort for the Cancer woman. And your horoscope next year also does not promise a quiet life for women. It is Cancer. They will constantly become participants in some type of alteration, often conflictive. Sudden changes in life are not accidental, say the stars. This is how fate pushes Cancer towards their true destiny. You just have to understand the situation and understand what role do you play in it. The first half of the year promises many trips for the ladies. Whether it is a business or pleasure trip, try to make the most of it, but be careful with your traveling companions. There may be scammers among them. Is better than those born between 23 and on June 25. They are taking a friend on a trip abroad. Regarding work, the situation here, as for all Cancers, it will be tense and will require activity on the part of the representatives of this sign. Advises women to forget about the obligatory victory, will not escape them, and take care of your horoscope image for 2024. Leo and independent Leos will face this year to an unusual situation. The representatives will not have to fight for profits of this sign, are used to achieving everything by themselves, working under the motto, all life is a struggle. Goal. Therefore, such a scenario of events in which everything will fall into your hands. At first it will be somewhat confusing. Destiny will bring unpredictable situations for Leo that have an extremely favorable outcome. The stability of LVIV can only be affected due to a series of difficult circumstances to which it is necessary to respond immediately. Otherwise, the ground may disappear under your feet. The horoscope advises you to be more flexible. Then the probability of success will increase significantly, and choose a target of the otherwise you run the risk of losing two birds with one stone. Nervous overload can make you Leos lose more than they gain. After all, chronic fatigue can affect their health. Horoscope. Leo is not expected to have any health problems this year. His body will work as a well-coordinated mechanism. However, this does not mean that you can stop take care of your health. It is still better to take the necessary preventive measures. The stars warn the Leo against hypothermia that can cause serious implications this year. Is a success for those who decide to correct their figure, fitness, and a light diet will bring positive results. Immediate. The best time to get rid of unnecessary kilos is spring. It would also be a good idea for Leos to actively spend their free time choosing a pool or doing yoga. Horoscope for the Leo man starting January 1. Be involved in the cycle of important matters. During the first 3 months, a man will not leave the feeling of being in the enemy's camp. Companies will not succeed. Everything will turn out control them. Project in which Leo has invested a lot of effort and energy will seem like a failure. This black streak, it will be very narrow and will end soon. In April, everything will be fine. The competitors and the evil people will leave Lelv and V. Alone, the financial situation will improve, and the income will stabilize. The constant workload at work will practically leave no time and energy for household members. The stars say that all family members will understand your problems. Go on a trip with them. Prefer ably in the first month of winter. The horoscope either rules out Leo, having a long-awaited baby, or at least a pet horoscope woman. Leo women born under the sign of Leo will have a very busy year that will bring many events both in both work and personal life. These two areas often overlap closely, which will make women feel as if they have become heroes in an action-packed movie. That women will not be disturbed by this cycle of events. The result of the complexities of destiny will delight you and bring you financial satisfaction and success in your personal life. Without a doubt, such an activity will require a lot of mental strength and energy that needs to be put in. It is advisable to take a vacation in the fall and spend it outside from home, in the warm sand next to the sea. This will relax you. That facing will seem like a detail insignificant horoscope for 2024. Virgos will not be able to sit with their hands crossed this year. Many issues will require your personal involvement. It will be difficult for those who are accustomed to letting go if they do not change their attitude towards life. Destiny will punish them. The stars severely advise you to be firm in your actions from the beginning of the year. This determination will help those born under the sign of Virgo to face the tests that the rabbit has prepared for them. The stars are on your side. There is a way out of any situation. You just need to see it at some point in July. Virgo will have to make an important decision. The stars advise you to first study the situation and only then make a decision. Health horoscope. The stars advise Virgos this year not to neglect vitamins and reasonable hardening. This will help protect against colds. To who are susceptible, it is advisable to strengthen your immune system from the beginning of the year, but under no circumstances should you self-medicate if you do not feel well. It is best to consult a doctor immediately. This will also help prevent the development of a serious illness, the occurrence of which is not excluded by the horoscope of Virgo. Man horoscope. Virgo, the strong representatives of this sign, have a lot of important work to do. It will require personal responsibility and control. There is nothing wrong with this. On the contrary, this agreement will provide them with financial stability. You just need to act in such a way that you do not offend your partners. Also, Virgo may need the help of colleagues to solve a series of problems. If you do not establish contact with them, you will have to do many things alone, and in a limited time. The constant workload at work will cause fights and scandals with your loved one. This will upset the Virgo man who is not ready to give up communication with the other half. The stars advise you to correctly establish your priorities by trying to pay more attention to your loved one's Virgo woman. Horoscope. Your intuition, it will be your faithful companion. If you listening will help you draw the correct conclusions from the enormous mass of information that will constantly arrive. Spring will be a time of doubts and ambiguities, when Mars will confuse Virgo's thoughts, or even lead to a hospital bed. During the first half of the year, you must take special care in your intimate life. The attractiveness and inner beauty of the woman will make more than one man lose his mind. Both married and single women will not. They must immerse themselves in the whirlpool and let themselves be carried away into oblivion. This is how you can miss the truly important man in life. If you give your heart to a random person, the stars advise delaying making a final decision, at least until June. With the first day's summer, you will regain the ability to realistically assess events and your role in them. Horoscope for 2024 £. The success of Libra depends entirely on themselves. Destiny will present them with many opportunities to improve their well-being, but not should be wasted. The stars will give almost all Libras the opportunity to spend to a new level of personal development. This is especially true for the strong half of the representatives of the sign, who will face the need to solve some problems, and there will be various ways to overcome them. Using your intellectual capital will easily catch ideas in the air, and they will make them come true immediately. This will leave the representatives of the others speechless. Zodiac signs: this is the best time to gather people with ideas around you like-minded and realize yourself in an area. The stars do not recommend extending too much Libra health. The stars recommend Libra to be careful in the first quarter of the year, especially when handling sharp objects and on the roads always busy with work or personal matters. Libra can also catch a cold. The horoscope advises not to endure the illness standing and spend a couple of days in bed, otherwise nothing threatens Libra's health. They feel great and they do not spare efforts or money to maintain their health. It is better to spend their long-awaited vacation near water. Swimming in seawater and sunbathing on the shore will calm the nervous system and give you a charge of positive energy. What awaits Libra men? The strong representatives of the sign will face hard work. They will literally exhaust themselves at work, running from one extreme to the other, provoking intense interest or irresistible anger. An outburst can be avoided of emotions. The stars suggest you just need to select a good team and distribute responsibilities. As soon as work matters stop taking up all of Libra's free time, they will find their love. Most likely, this will happen at the beginning of summer. Men, singles will finally find the person they have dreamed of all their lives. It is better not to delay with a marriage proposal. The stars whisper otherwise the chosen one may losing interest in you. Exciting feelings can also take over married men. The horoscope suggests that the problem will resolve itself. Libra will give surprises to those around you. Dear ones, there will be enough funds for this. There will be enough money for larger purchases, like a country house. This is an investment worth considering for the Libra woman and her horoscope. Women born under the sign of Libra can safely forget about problems and live for their own pleasure. They will have the opportunity to significantly improve their well-being, and the nights will have no end. The men will be hypnotized by the song of Libra, the opposite sex. He will be willing to solve any problem of his chosen ones, whether material or small. Everyday problems. This will relax you from business and fully express your femininity. The already married women should be more careful when courting men so as not to offend their loved ones. Horoscope spouses for 2024 Scorpio. This year, many Scorpios will be on the verge of great changes through which they will divide their lives into before and after. Scorpio will be left carried by the wind of change. You will want to leave behind old colleagues and tedious jobs and let a wave of transformation come to your life. Someone will change jobs. Changes in life will change the worldview of the representatives of the sign. The brave, they will be satisfied with the result, but the most timid, the contrary, you will be scared. They advise you to take a risk and take a step towards the unknown, to discover another world. Of course, your family will not like those somersaults, but time will pass, and they will accept you as you have become. Health horoscope. Since at the beginning of the year, Scorpio should begin to strengthen his immunity if no action is taken. Preventive measures. In time, the body will fail at the most inopportune moment. The stars warn against uncontrolled use of antibiotics. This can seriously damage the intestinal microflora, whose normal functioning will be affected, and the body will begin to be undermined by constant colds. As a result, you may even end up in the hospital and stay stuck there for a long time. To avoid it, at the first sign of illness, consult a specialist. Representatives of the sign are shown a healthy lifestyle. They should spend more time outdoors and do physical exercise. Horoscope for Scorpio men. A life hectic. Work and personal life is the air element, which keeps them in good shape, allowing them feel the rhythm of life. Scorpios will set ambitious goals and move towards taking leaps and bounds. It is very possible that their efforts will lead them to the presidency. Scorpio bosses will occupy higher positions. Social activists will appear more scale. Fate will give them the opportunity to participate in solving world problems here. Success will depend on themselves. In the personal life of Scorpio men, everything gets somewhat chaotic. Workaholics will start romances in the office and begin to combine your personal life with your work life. Single people will be attracted to married women. The stars advise you to slow down a little and live more peacefully as a woman. Scorpio and his horoscope. Scorpio women will also experience success at work. Their amazing gift of persuasion will greatly contribute to this. Doors will open before them, previously closed in the business horizon. Interesting perspectives can be glimpsed in that they had not had the courage to think before. Women will enjoy success with the opposite sex. Many memorable moments await you, many of them pleasant. The horoscope recommends that women put their affairs aside and dedicate more time to their personal lives. Is not easy times on your appearance, and take care of your health if necessary. Go on a diet if you have known to your fiancé and you have already received a marriage proposal. It is better to organize the wedding after the birthday. Horoscope for 2024 Sagittarius. The optimistic character of the representatives this sign and its strong energy will open up many perspectives for you. Sagittarius will pay close attention to communication with people. Could be new acquaintances or long-lasting relationships that must rebuild themselves. Perhaps along the way, they will meet an old love, and the desire to relive the relationship will have to re-establish old business contacts. In one case or another, the stars agree your side. In addition, old friends will bring something valuable into their lives that Sagittarius once abandoned. Without really understanding it, the stars advise you to listen to your past and not be afraid to step twice the same river. Health horoscope. The weak link of Sagittarius this year is the digestive tract. Sudden poisoning can land them in a hospital bed. To avoid, stars recommend following a diet and strictly selecting the foods you consume, giving up questionable fruits and vegetables. The risk of contracting an infection increases when traveling abroad. Experimenting with food can seriously harm you. Health. Sagittarius should not abuse alcohol. The stars also recommend that the representatives of this sign take care of your bones and strengthen them by taking medications containing calcium. There is a risk of suffer fractures or hypothermia of the extremities. Horoscope for a Sagittarius man. When realizing that Sagittarius will not get much from work this year, he will form personal relationships. The men will become calmer with their lovers, and an atmosphere of warmth will reign in the family and mutual understanding. The second half of the year will give Sagittarius the opportunity to improve your financial situation. There is the possibility of moving to a new position, which will affect both the wallet and the mood of men. Some will learn to get income with his old hobby. The Sagittarius loner can find his soulmate. Could be about an old friend who once broke up with you. Both you and she have changed. Perhaps together they create a strong family. The Sagittarius woman and her horoscope. Sagittarius women should stock up on sedatives or sign up for a relaxing massage. The fact is that from the beginning of the year, you will find yourself in situations where your emotions will literally go off the scale. Stars advise women to stay away of professional problems and let the men worry. Your job is to take care of yourself and take a closer look at men. Since this year is more favorable than ever to form a family, you may have to fight for the only one using all your combat arsenal. The married Sagittarius will be immersed in household chores and will spend more time with their children and spouses. Women will be interested in sewing or other types of creativity, discovering previously hidden talents. Housewives are encouraged to try to earn money through internet. Horoscope for 2024 Capricorn. Capricorns have a difficult year ahead. They will have to overcome one obstacle after another, which is why the stars advise you to establish your priorities correctly first. The world will delight you. Everything around you will begin to change. Problems will no longer seem so. Furthermore, the celestial bodies prophesy problems to the representatives of the sign related to his materialism. The dragon owner of the year does not like this trait of Capricorn, so there is a risk of coming into conflict with him. Give up your principles, practical and rational. Do not create difficulties out of nowhere. Capricorns can meet the most person who will change your view of the world and open a new page in life. Horoscope health. Exhausted at work. Capricorns take great risks with their health. Stress, constant worry, and tension can play a cruel joke on your main organ. Heart. The stars recommend taking preventive measures, abandoning meat products, and go on a diet. Capricorns have no problems with their figure, since they don't like them fatty foods and carefully select their products. However, this does not mean that active recreation should be neglected for them. Summer. Many will think about bicycling, or do you yin regularly. The stars warn of the injuries that can occur during practicing sports. An accidental fall will be the first thing that will hurt your head tuck. Therefore, cyclists should not neglect basic protective equipment such as helmet, knee pads and elbow pads. Surgeries are possible in the second half of the year. If you cannot do without an intervention, surgery is better to do it this year. Say the stars horoscope of the Capricorn man, having dedicated themselves completely to work. Strong representatives of the sign can forget about your family or yours loved one. Things will captivate Capricorns so much that their loved ones will take a second place, or even the third. Your partner is too tired of your constant absence. The stars advise her to find time for her beloved when you meet. Do not talk about your own affairs, but rather be interested in the events of her life. She probably doesn't believe your stories about work and thinks you have someone for a long time. You can understand a woman because even by mentally hugging her, you are somewhere far away. Some men will not find in themselves enough strength to keep their other half, and they will agree to break the relationship, which they will later regret very much. The Capricorn woman and her horoscope. Fragile and gentle Capricorns will have bosses accustomed to responsibility and diligence, have to be constantly on guard of the representatives of this sign, will be burdened with new jobs by Capricorns, free of problems, will not be able to reject the additional load, and the new task will captivate them so much that they will dedicate themselves completely to it. The ladies will act decisively and quickly. Perhaps the women will have Capricorns have to manage a large number of subordinates in their pursuit of professional heights. They can leave their interests in the background. The stars advise not to get carried away by the work, as this can cause nervous exhaustion. Remember the small joys of women. Go to a beauty salon, chat with your friends somewhere in the park. In the summer, a man will appear on the path of Capricorn women, and they will again remember their feminine nature. The applicant, with his hand and his heart, will take on the burden of problems of his beloved woman, allowing him to relax a little. Single girls, she would look more up close with your new acquaintance. It is very possible that you will build a solid and lasting relationship with the horoscope for 2024. Aquarius. This year is in every sense the year of Aquarius. Representatives of this sign and the dragon that rules during this period have a very close spirit. They are people of a creative nature who do not want to take on tasks difficult and avoid difficulties. Their strong point is communication, and they offer a recipe for all problems: personal growth and the realization of your own talents. Given that we are on the threshold of the age of Aquarius, the representatives of this sign will have many opportunities to show the accuracy of your judgments, will avoid conflicts, and demonstrate that they are right not with words, but with actions, as they are creative people. Aquarians will be able to realize your creative plans, at the same time transfer the main work to the shoulders of another person, leaving control functions behind. This is enough to make you feel happy. Mutual love will also add joy. This feeling will be unexpected for Aquarius and will bring you many positive emotions. Health horoscope. Aquarians can be found in a hospital ward this year. Before, they didn't particularly worry about his health, but this year they will begin to ignore not only the first symptoms of the appearance of diseases, but also the overt signs of your body. The situation is further aggravated by the fact that Aquarians for some reason do not trust doctors. They will only go to specialists when the pain is no longer tolerable. Good, this could very well happen this year. The stars warn the Aquarium. Stomach is threatened and suffers greatly from irregular food intake. The horoscope advises the representatives of this sign to make friends with their body with a diet moderate and proper nutrition. Tuning ourselves in the right way is worth going to the resort and receive some treatment. The Aquarius man and his horoscope. The men will be overwhelmed with the paperwork this year. The burden of responsibility for drafting an important contract or preparing an important control shoulders. Someone will also face the need to solving financial problems, or rather payment problems for work, will be dissatisfied with the imbalance between the effort invested in the business and the fees paid. What happens during the service will leave its mark on other areas of the Aquarium's life. Constant nervous overload can affect the relationship with a loved one who suspects that you are cheating on you. To avoid such a situation, the stars advise representatives strong of the sign to share their business experiences with their partner. Then she will not have reasons to be jealous. Horoscope of the Aquarius woman. The charm of the beautiful representatives of the sign will help them not only to solve their own problems, but also to face the difficulties of others. Intuition will give the correct clues. The stars advise not to ignore your inner voice. Someone will decide to quit their job and focus on their personal happiness. The stars, they will only support them, since the true purpose of the ladies this year is to establish a family life. Those who have not yet found their destiny will find it by realizing that this is their person. It is necessary to cling to him with every fiber, as the stars advise. If everything is left to chance, the handsome prince will be snatched away by more enterprising rivals, which will undoubtedly upset Aquarius horoscope for 2024. Pisces. This year will be significant in many ways for those born under the sign of Pisces in the first place, because the period of stagnation will come to an end of their lives that lasted almost 10 years. A great breakthrough will be achieved in their career. Pisces will be able to undertake projects that before would not have dared to think about implementing. The energy of Pisces will have an ascending character like an empty vessel. Those who are around him, accustomed to seeing in front of them slow and unprincipled representatives of the sign, will not recognize old acquaintances in Pisces and will be pleasantly surprised by the changes. In parallel with the launch, Pisces will begin to organize his personal life. Maybe you know a person without whom you would no longer imagine your existence like this all year round. Pisces' life will be full of events in business. On the personal level, perhaps take a trip. Everything will give strength to Pisces. The air will be filled with the aroma of happiness and prosperity. Business horoscope. In an effort to show your loved one everything what you are capable of doing, Pisces will begin to build your career. Responsibility and complexity of their work always scared them. However, this year, everything has changed. If the newly born Pisces wants to carry out a large-scale company, a loved one will encourage him. Horoscope says that in the year of the dragon, the representatives of the sign are doomed to success, especially if they are creative people. The stars only recommend not talking too much about your projects. Envious colleagues may simply curse you. Your authority will increase largely thanks to the correct management of affairs and the wise advice you give. However, he will generously share the economic situation of those born under the sign of Pisces. It will not be stable. Sometimes the money will flow like a river and other times in a trickle, but only will experience such a precarious situation in the first half of the year. Starting in July, the income will stabilize. However, the stars do not recommend relaxing. Doing everything possible. An unexpected victory will help compensate for the lack of rest in the health horoscope this year. Pisces is susceptible to viral diseases, and when they catch a cold, they will try to close their eyes. The stars advise that in case of illness, it is necessary to rest for a while. A few days will be enough to fully recover. A course of vitamins will help representatives of this sign to prevent the invasion of unwanted viruses in the body. It would not hurt to harden it, as some Pisces may face a disease for the first time, such as tonsillitis. Before the first symptoms, contact a specialist. He will help you choose the appropriate treatment, since sore throat is not linked to any season it can occur, even weight. End drinking cold juice. Be careful. Pisces man horoscope from the first months of the Pisces year. You will find difficulties in service constantly arising. Difficulties will not allow Pisces relax until autumn. September will bring you the long-awaited peace. Having felt harmony in everything, they will understand that they worried in vain, that many things were not worth it. Despite what happened, gave them the opportunity to implement many projects planned in autumn. Pisces will be able to do an expensive purchase, but not all, only those who adhered to their principles to the end, without betraying their character. After all, it was the persistence of their views that allowed you to save some money if you will want to spend what you have accumulated on real estate. This question will be more relevant for those representatives of the sign who decide to build a family nest. The Pisces woman and her horoscope. The activity of the Bella Pisces this year will be fascinating, and so much so that many of the will receive an offer to occupy a more position high. Most likely this will happen closer to summer. The stars advise you to be definitely agree. The ladies will infect those around them with their incredible energy, and they will enjoy themselves. For Pisces, who is tired of his bosses, the stars recommend start your own business. Have more than enough strength for this. Your beloved man alone. He will support you. By the way, your relationship with him will move to a new stage. The air around you will be filled of extraordinary romantic vibrations. The solitary Pisces will be forced to forget from work for a real feeling that will unexpectedly burst into their lives. The chosen one will protect you from the problems of the outside world and make you forget about the need to earn money. Like this, business problems will disappear from sight and then be completely supplanted by the new position of marriage in society. Someone will even think about increasing their family. Creative Pisces will begin to receive a large number of gifts closer to autumn. I invite you to enjoy and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they can benefit too. Leave a comment below to share your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for watching and joining us on this journey. We'll see you in the next video. Blessings.